I bodybuild in order to make sure that my body is still there, that it doesn't disappear. The body, when it's healthy, is transparent. When it's working, you don't really think about it. You don't feel it at all. It becomes visible only through discord. When it malfunctions, when something goes wrong with your body, right? When you get sick or ill, that's when you begin to notice the body's presence as an alien being, rather than an invisible background for our activities from a day-to-day basis. You can think about the body as an analogy to something like a pen or a tool that we use, right? When we take a pen, for example, when we use the pen to write something, right? We don't really notice it at all. We don't notice that it's there. We're only focusing on the end, which is the writing itself, while the means, which is the pen, seems rather uninteresting. It's devoted to the background that doesn't exist at all. And that the pen in your hand becomes one continuous field, or one continuous entity that is unbroken. But something breaks down eventually if the pen stops working. If the pen breaks or fails to write, it suddenly appears in the center of my consciousness as an object independent of my hand or my thought. Instead of an extension of my hand or my body or my mind as an end to accomplish my goal, it becomes a stubborn saboteur object and feels alienated. I think one way to make your body visible to your subjective experience, which I think is important, because I think no one should take their body for granted. They should always feel their body's presence, right? What we do without illness or malfunctions is through exercise. This is why I think athletes are more likely to feel the presence of their bodies, because each time they pound it solidifies and sort of emerges from transparency momentarily, if only. It's almost a subconscious pull or subconscious desire for athletes to want to drag their body into the present state due to a fear of losing it to oblivion. I think the exact same notion can be applied to the mind and consciousness. How often do we contemplate the mind? The mind thinks about everything else besides itself. And I think just like a body that breaks down, the mind that breaks down suddenly becomes aware. It's mental patients who suffer from severe mental breakdowns, psychosis, or depressions that the mind becomes, too invisible to us. But we don't really need to become suicidal or have psychosis to know that we have minds.
We can use our minds while exercising creativity and making art.
See, what artists do when they make work is to externalize their ideas, to materialize their thoughts so that they have a tangible and physical base or ground, instead of just abstract ideas floating inside one's skull without anybody realizing their existence. In other words, they want to make their thoughts more visible to the world.
What is creativity? It's not a form of psychosis.
Creativity is sort of like an overmind, right? It's a mind filled with so many ideas that
when the imaginary becomes the real.
A mild form of schizophrenia. But people think my videos are insane and bizarre and strange. The normal waking state of consciousness is often invisible.
That's why we alternate states with drugs and alcohol. But we don't need to go there either.
Just, be aware, be self-aware, create, and in turn alter the perceptions of ourselves and our beings. And ultimately, to know that we exist. So through my experimentation in my videos, I hope I found ways for myself, or hopefully both ways to make my body and my mind visible at the same time.
And hopefully this video does the same to you.
We need to be far back.
It's my fault.